In this video, I'll explain how to order in-force illustration, which is the current policy projection for your universal life insurance policy. Your insurer is not required to send this to you on an annual basis, only if you request it. Your annual statement only shows the current policy values, not the future projection, which is far more important. I think most of you may be in trouble with your very own policy. At the point of sale, you were given an illustration about what the policy might do based on an illogical hypothetical rate of return and zero cash value guarantees. That's not reality. My name's Elan Moas. I'm a 3-time SEC whistleblower and author of the book Lapse, the Universal Life Insurance Whistleblower. I'll now explain how to order this report. Universal life policies were invested in money markets, popular in the 1980s through the early 2000s when interest rates were very high. Interest rates went to zero in 2022 because of COVID-19. That means you underperformed your illustration by a few percentage points. A recurring theme here: order the in-force illustration at current rates. Variable universal life insurance is invested in mutual funds, forecasted at 8 to 12% compound annual growth rate, or CD-like rate of return forever, which is an eternal bull market in a volatile and angry stock market. That's idiotic. Congratulations to all of us, because if the VUL investment assumption is correct that we'll all make 8% rates of return eternally, we will all be gazillionaires later on in life. This is also proof that Wall Street and the insurance sector analysts have no idea how life insurance works. Order your in-force illustration at 6% and a second one at 5%. I'll take a little extra time to address index universal life, the most popular universal life sold today. It's invested in an index, but without the dividends or their reinvestment, and also does not require a securities license to sell it. That makes no sense. That means somebody who has a license to sell a Medicare supplement was advising you on how the Hang Seng index or the S&P 500 index works. That makes no sense. Order the in-force illustration at current allowable rates. In 2015, the National Association of Insurance Commissioners created Actuarial Guideline 49 to have more consistent and logical illustrations. That means they were inconsistent and illogical before 2015, and proof that the NAIC is incompetent. And it also means that anyone with an IUL from before 2015 is probably in a world of trouble. Furthermore, AG 49 was a complete and abject failure, since it needed to be updated in 2020 with AG 49A and again in May of 2023 with AG 49B. That means anyone with an IUL from before May of 2023 was sold with a rate of return regulators now acknowledge to be too aggressive. Your in-force today will show a rate of return lower than your original sales illustration, and that's not good either. What does it all mean? It's simple math. I'm not splitting it out of here. You underperform the investment assumption by a few percent, your future cash value is lower and will be insufficient to pay the cost of insurance in the policy's death zone of ages 85 and 95 and beyond. On your in-force illustration, request the internal cost report to see all the fees you were never shown at the point of sale, and additional report paying only to age 70, since in retirement you don't want any outgoing premiums since you're on a fixed budget. And if you see a zero anywhere in the death benefit column, it means your policy has lapsed or ceases to exist while you're still alive, which defeats the notion that this is a permanent life insurance policy. That means your payments, cash value, death benefit are gone. That is unconscionable. My research suggests, unfortunately, that this will lapse for 90% of you by age 95, and probably a little bit higher percentage by age 100. As far as the group policy, it's an employee benefit. The in-force will show your payment rising in the premium outlay column to prices as a retiree you simply will not be able to afford. This will cause you to cancel or lapse it as well. The regulators are completely useless and only care about the insurance companies and the financial services industry, not you, the consumer. We need a law mandating an in-force be sent to all policyholders on an annual basis in the method I just described, since policyholders are unaware their policies will lapse and that their policies are getting more and more worthless with every passing day. Tell somebody what you just learned. Kids, ask your parents about the policies. They bought the universal life policies in the 1990s. CPAs and attorneys, your clients are getting wrong advice about life insurance and will be faced with an estate plan blown to bits with possible tax consequences when their policies lapse. You may be their only and last line of defense. Finally, if you need an exit strategy from your policy and/or ethical guidance, My website's listed here. I'm also available to train branches of financial advisors, CPAs, or attorneys on the topic. My book's available on Amazon. It's written in an 8.5 by 11 letter size book to accommodate the illustrations that do not render well on a tiny Kindle. Please connect with me on LinkedIn, and thank you for watching.